In this video, I will reveal Dynamo's soda can restoration trick he performed in India. Here's what happened. One of his most famous tricks during his visit to India started with him picking up a random crushed can off the street. He placed it openly on the ground, while everyone surrounded him, and in one stomping motion, he restored the can to the point where he opened it up and poured the drink out, just to show that it was in fact a real can. Now, of course, Dynamo couldn't have restored the crushed can through some kind of demonic assistance, as some highly intelligent commentators might suggest. He would have had to perform a switch. But here's the thing. The switch doesn't involve his hands, meaning instead of sleight of hand, some sleight of foot is being used. So his shoes would have to be gimmicked in a way that allows him to perform the switch. Some of you might remember Michael Jackson's patented shoes that he used in his forward-leaning trick. The heel of that shoe is designed in a way that allows it to hook onto a nail embedded in the floor. In Dynamo's case, the method could theoretically be in reverse, meaning the nail would be inside Dynamo's shoe. Since a can of soda has a pull tab that could allow a nail to hook onto it, he could have possibly pulled the soda can that was planted inside the ground. But here's the problem with this theory. First of all, when we see the can revealed as he lifts his foot, we see the bottom of the can first, followed by the top. This indicates that the can was already on the ground. If the can had been pulled out of the ground, we would have seen the top first, with the bottom being revealed gradually. Secondly, the moment he picks up the restored can from the ground, we don't see any sort of hole, and there's no way the spectators wouldn't have seen it, being that up close. Thirdly, right after that, he immediately shows the bottom of his shoe, and we find absolutely nothing visible there, not even the flattened can from earlier. So what's going on? How is this trick possible? Well, here's the secret. He is performing sleight of foot, but with a specially designed gimmick that allows him to hold the can right behind, or more like right beside, his ankle, under his pants. This explains why the can doesn't start appearing directly from underneath his shoe, but rather from behind his shoe. The gimmick is worn around the ankle, and a line runs up the side of his right leg to his hand. As Dynamo raises his foot and stomps on the crushed can, the hidden can is released right at that moment. Here's how the mechanism looks in an exposed view. Now you might be wondering, how did that flattened can stick to his shoe in the first place? You can actually see this trick performed by another individual on YouTube. In that version, you can clearly see the thumbtacks facing upward. It's implanted inside the crushed can. This allows it to attach to the bottom of Dynamo's shoe heel as he releases the can. But then how come we don't see the crushed can attached to the bottom of his heel later on? That's because right before he reaches for the can with his left hand, we suddenly see a change in frame size. The frame we see now is panned in, and this is done on purpose. So Dynamo's funny business with his right hand is cut off. What we don't get to clearly see is Dynamo's right hand goes under his right heel, removes the flattened can by hand, and ditches it into his back pocket. Only after that does he show the bottom of his heel. Behind this mask, only the truth remains, till we meet again.